bills not paid off. Great job, laid off. Suicidal thoughts is the vibe that you gave off. Your whole life is crumbling down. It's just God saying, come to him now. Wow. Cause I ain't never have to stress like this.
Test 1, 2. Good afternoon. Like Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate y'all for Live at Lunch with AJ right here on Awesome God Radio. Man, it's amazing when you got to come in and calibrate and make sure everything is working okay. Shout out to my brother Haas. I wore my Make It Stop shirt. I wore it out a couple days. It was time to switch it up, good brother. This week I wore a couple days. I want to say thank you to those who are making statements with their shirts, with their clothing lines, just being a billboard for something amazing. Listen, y'all, I appreciate those who are tuning, who are joining. Welcome to Live at Lunch with AJ. I see you guys are on, you're sharing. Please come in. Please come in. Stay with me. Bring your lunch. Come hang out with me for a little bit. I have an amazing guest today, and I'm excited to bring her in. So I need y'all, if y'all can, to hang with me. Share this live. I see you, good brother. Ramon, thank you, Ray, for joining. I appreciate you, Lippy. Always, man, always for being a great support. So if you're here, just check in with me, send me a comment, send some encouragement, and then hang out, y'all, because in a few minutes, I'm going to talk to my sister, Lillian, who's going to come in and share her world of podcasts and all the great stuff that she has going on. So, hey, good afternoon to you. How are y'all doing? It's been a rough couple of weeks. Let's just be honest. It's just been a rough couple of weeks. Can somebody just be real with me and just say, listen, it's just been rough. I don't know what to say. I'm dealing with one thing. Something else is happening. I don't know what's going on. Looking at the news, I'm, still not able to get into church, to fellowship with my church family. Even sometimes, even our families, it's hard for us to connect because of COVID. Is still full effect. For those who don't believe it, listen, COVID is still in full effect. I need somebody all the way in the back who heard me to repeat that. COVID is still in full effect. So please be safe. But it's tough. It still brings about challenges that we're still trying to work through. And if we can just admit in this time, in this moment today, right now, it's still tough. It's tough. So what are you doing with your time? How are you managing the challenges that we're still in? Are you staying healthy? Are you staying motivated? Are you still connected? These are all of the things that I want to share with you. We have the protests still going on. Some of you are just, still kind of putting on your boots, going out, strapping them up, and really standing for justice. We are in historic times. We are in unprecedented times. But whatever you are deciding to do, want to make sure that you guys are doing it and you feel okay. You're going to make it through. I know that some of us are still very angry and still processing and won't stop talking, advocating, sharing until things change. That's okay, too. But make sure that you incorporate some self-care so that you are monitoring yourself and that you are going as God gives you. And I tell you, once you start really consulting with God, the direction that you need to go, he's going to give you the strength you need. If you start getting weary, go back and say, well, God, I feel a little weary. What am I missing? And he'll certainly answer those prayers and support you in every corner. Listen, y'all, you're live at lunch. I need y'all to share this post. Please share. If you're coming in, you're hanging out for a few minutes, come in, let me know that you're in, that you're watching, and then I need you to share it. I want to make sure that we are all together at the table, eating lunch, having discussion, dialogue. Shout out to my Awesome God Radio family. Shout out to my STU family, STVU, of course, VU, can't forget that. My seminary family, I appreciate y'all for the support. I just posted today, I believe, either today or yesterday, that I was selected and running for the secretary position on the executive council of the student theologue. It's sort of kind of like a student government. I want to be there to support the organization, of course, the school, and to really be of support for our team, who is a phenomenal team of amazing people who will help us to kind of guide our school in the right direction. Thank you, Rissa. Appreciate you for jumping in. Thank you, Kay. Love you, babe. I appreciate your forever support We are rolling forward. We're not going to get started, y'all, until all of our family are here. So make sure you share it, put it in the group chats. I want y'all all here today. It'll make me feel better, make you feel better. If we just have a conversation, dialogue, can't all talk on the phone at the same time. But we can do live at lunch together. Listen, I want to put this announcement out right now because this is very, very important. This coming Friday, Awesome God Radio is going to have an all show, or as many shows as we can come together to have dialogue and discussion about the unrest, the injustices, and the issues that are right here in our country. And so if you know, I know you're watching the calendar, Friday is Juneteenth. And so we're going to have a history lesson. We're going to learn and discover and figure out why it's such an important day for us and why that day is important for us today in the year 2020. Many of us don't understand the history of our country as it relates to African Americans and Blacks. However, it's a time for all of us to really sit down, read, get some references that will help us point us in the right direction. There's a lot that we are not sharing from year to year about how it is that we need to stop, pause, and really give thanks to those who died on the battlefield so that we can have the rights that we have to vote and that we can speak and the freedoms that we have today. So this coming Friday, I need y'all to really be here with us. This Friday, I'm making this announcement live. We'll post a flyer within the next hours, I would say, within the next 24 hours, so that every single person could be a part of our open panel discussion, all shows, Awesome God Radio, as many as can that can chime in so that we can have this meaningful dialogue. Listen, it's not going to stop at the dialogue. We know that just talking, marching, posting, the awareness that we do on social media is not enough. We have to put more people in the offices and the positions that speak our language, and not only speak our language and understand what we're saying, but are going to work with us to make sure that legislation is going to go through based on our ideas and what we believe. So it is a journey. It's not a moment. This is a journey. So for those who are fighting, do not get weary in the journey. You don't have to understand all the political stuff. You don't have to understand, how it completely all connects to us. But trust me, God is pushing his people. He's pushing us, you, me, to do better in this season. And we want to be a part of it. So I want you guys to join us. Will you join me? Hit me up. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to join me on this coming Friday. I will give the details, the time, everything, but it's an all effort of Awesome God Radio coming together. All right. I don't want to talk anymore. I've had enough to say with the intros. I know y'all are here with me. We're going to just continue to talk and grow this thing live at lunch with AJ. I want to bring my guest in. Listen, y'all. First of all, I have a bio here. I'm going to bring her in. I have a bio. I'm going to read the bio in just a second. But I want to say shout out to Lillian Harshaw, who is here with us today.
Hey, AJ.
How you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing good. It's going good.
Okay. Yep. So thank you, Lillian, for joining us live at lunch here with AJ on Awesome God Radio. You are, in fact, Awesome God Radio family. So we want to say congrats to you that. Let's just get all the logistics out of the way and say thank you for joining the team. She got jokes too, y'all. So she fit right in. She comes right in. So that's good news. But let me read a little bit of your bio here. Lillian is many things. She's a woman of faith, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a sister, daughter, a friend, a businesswoman, an inspiring author, and a host of the newest faith-based podcast called Worldly Church Girl. I love it. Worldly Church Girl. And so she's the youngest of 9. That's awesome. She was raised in the Pentecostal faith. And but her house was built with life lessons. That's good. With those lessons, she's become who she has become today. The youngest of 9, as she said, her mother was from Tennessee and her father was from New York City. Shout out to NYC. That's where I'm from. I know you good people. So your mom would say that she's a country girl. Is that right? A country city girl.
Yeah.
Okay. You're country city girl. I got you. And that's that. Yeah, there you go. So you get all lessons. There we go. So I just want to pull some things out of your bio. A cosmetologist, to be, a property manager, drug dealer's wife, to singing in church choirs. Wow. On Sunday morning, God allowed you to walk and let others know that your past does not define you. It can make or break you. And of course, she chose to be made. That's good. All right. So here we go. Lillian began her podcast, Worldly Church Girl, in 2019. The podcast was intended to be used as a platform for her novel series, but God had other plans. So I want to share this overnight global phenom podcast, Worldly Church Girl. My sister's here, Lillian. Thank you, Lillian, for joining. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me.
Yes. So I met Lillian through an amazing connection. And through this amazing connection, I believe it's Valerie, correct?
Yes.
Valerie,
Yes.
Valerie Jones connected us. And Valerie has been a major supporter and a major advocate for me, for Awesome God Radio. And I have been purposing to do my very best with those that she has connected me with. I mean, the divine connections, and you are one of them. And so I had the opportunity to do the podcast on your to do an episode on your podcast called The Worldly Church Girl.
Yes.
I want you to give us the background of your podcast and tell us how things are going today.
The background, as you said, it was initially supposed to be for a platform for a book that I was writing, that I'm still writing. Actually, I'm gonna back up. I actually deleted it and start rewriting it because I didn't like it. It was garbage. So anyway, I started the platform of the podcast. God just geared it and just took over with it. It turned into just me interviewing a few friends that were, I would say, crossed over from secular to the sanctified world.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kept growing to where people were reaching out and wanting to be on the show.
Right.
To tell their stories, to tell their testimonies, that where God took them from one place to another place, which was initially my testimony.
Wow. So you connected. And so in you interviewing people, it just kind of spawned into a podcast. Now, you said you were writing this. Is it something that you wanted to write as a book?
I was writing my life story.
Okay.
And I did some research that when you're an author, you should have a platform. And I did YouTube for a while, but I didn't like the way that was going. So I found out that podcast is, the way now, the new thing. And so I was like, well, I'll do podcasting. And so I just did my research, found out the best websites to use, the best equipment to get for the cheap, because I'm not trying to spend a whole bunch of money.
I think we all can say amen to that.
And it just went from there. And God blessed me with a husband, a phenomenal husband, who told me that I didn't have to work, that I could just pursue.
Amen. Ain't that so? Wait a minute. We gotta give this good brother a round of applause.
A standing ovation. You hear me?
He said, look, I'm gonna take care of my stuff. You do what you do and dream big.
That's right. Awesome. So truly my biggest cheerleader. So I've been working probably since 14. Right. So for all of a sudden I get to quote unquote retire, if you will. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, that was a blessing beyond a blessing. So
amen.
The podcast just took over. I've done guests from all over the United States to Israel to Japan. It's nuts. And thanks to the world we live in, I don't have to go there. They don't have to come here. Amen, Kay.
Right. So technology allows you. You see, Kay, she's saying, "Come on, husband. Look, let me tell you. I'm working on it, babe. I'm working on it. All right. That's all I can tell you. I'm working on it. Rista too celebrating for you, for the husbands. That shouted out. He making it real hard for us, but it's okay. keep working hard. We're gonna keep doing our podcasting. We're gonna keep talking. We're gonna keep doing our thing. Keep working.
Everybody can quit.
So that's funny. So thank you. Talking to my sister Lillian Harshaw. Can you explain to us where the word worldly church girl comes in? Because that seems to be, the elephant in the picture whenever we're introduced. Tell us a little bit about how you came about that name.
Okay. Again, it started from the book. I was trying to think of the title for the book. And my husband and I was talking, and I was like, I need a title. I need a title that makes sense about this book. And the Lord gave it to me, Worldly Church Girl. I'm not that clever. I would like to think I am, but I am not that clever. And when I tell you the elephant is pretty big on that name,
right?
I get a lot of flack, a lot of scriptures thrown at me about, the world is separate from the church, and I'm like, I know, but you gotta talk to the Lord about that one.
He gave it to me.
He gave it to me, and it's that name has opened the door and shut a few windows, but that's okay. God is still making it happen.
Amen. And guess what? I really believe it's not what you're called, it's how you live. It's not what people call you. It's not the title. Because guess what? I got a whole lot of titles that you may not like me if you know my titles, but it's my walk that defines me. It's not my name. Some of us don't even have the ability, we come in this world and our names have meanings that we had no input in being called. My name is Antoine. I love my parents, but Antoine is a name that, a French name. I'm African American, I'm Black, I'm here. And so where did Antoine come from? But they had their meaning to it and they put it there. We didn't have input on it. So I am big on names, but I don't believe that your name defines you, because it's all about what God calls you. And it's all about what God says about you. And he obviously has his hand on your podcast because you've been able to interview, bring people on your platform, major people. Tell us a little bit about some of the experiences of the people that you've had an opportunity to either share with or that's forthcoming.
One of the people that I interviewed he is a interpreter.
Yes.
In Japan.
Wow.
And he also does time management. He has his own company in that, and he used biblical teaching on time management. Another person that I interviewed was Bishop Greg Davis, and I actually did a live with him yesterday. And he is of course, he's a bishop. He has his own pastorship, but he also does marriage and relationship.
Oh, wow.
Then I did you.
Amen. Okay, let's get it. We know Greg Davis is huge, but AJ, I'm telling you that.
Come on. Just the A and the J.
It's all good. Greg Davis. Now, shout out to Greg. He's always cool. When I see him at the Stellars every year, because he has some major platforms himself. He sees me. He always give me daps, spend time talking how things going. I told him, I said, he knows this is my thing. You're a legend, man. So keep doing your thing. So Greg, of course, you have me. You've had some others to come in and stop by just to do podcasting, just to do and spending time with them. I can say that from your questions, this is my experience. You really bring you bring out what people want to know in terms of sitting down and listening to getting to know people, whether they're fans or whether they're just getting to know them, asking questions and, bringing dialogue to people who have personalities is a gift. And I think that's something that you've contributed to with your podcasting. Now, did you have any prior experience or God said, just do it and you just started podcasting?
Podcasting, no experience whatsoever.
Okay.
Talking to people, all kind of experience from, and God just prepared me for this because being a cosmetologist, that's all you are is a counselor and asking people questions.
Good.
That's all you do.
Yeah.
And then when I was a property manager at an apartment complex, all you doing is digging deep into somebody's life to find out if they're even qualified to even get into an apartment.
Wow.
And then I hate to throw it out there, but being a drug dealer's wife,
yes, Lord,
you learn how to hustle.
Man, so the drug dealer said go to work, but then the husband now say, no, you don't have to go to work. Ain't that something?
Flip.
Ain't that something? You know, we all have, look, our professions, we need to check those out. Listen, I want to give a shout out to my sister Selena, who is watching. Selena, thank you for your support. I really appreciate your live at lunch support. I talked to your sister, Dr. McCall, the other day and told her that I'm adopting y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. So love you, appreciate you. Listen, so Lillian, tell us a little bit about where you see your podcasting going. Are you okay where you are today? What's your vision for where you would like to see it go?
Where I would like to see it go is wherever God takes it, because apparently I have no control over it, because I wanted to take a break. I wanted to take a season break like they do on TV and just take some time off. And God said no, because it's people are still wanting to be on there. And the Lord is leading me to ask people to be on there that I would have never thought would be on there. And they're saying yes, like Montell Jordan. I would have never thought in a million years that I would have got to, interview Montell Jordan. And he was so cool about it. I inboxed him on Instagram and he was just like, okay, let's do it.
Right.
I was like, what?
Shout out to Pastor Jordan, man. What a testimony. I saw something on TV about him. It's a documentary of how he changed his life, how he went through it, the relationship with his wife. I mean, the transition, his music. It's just amazing testimony. So we're looking forward to it. Is there a date of when that's going to broadcast?
It broadcasts actually Monday.
Okay, this Monday.
All right. Broadcasting Monday, and I'm actually putting a snippet out today on my Instagram and Facebook page, just to give people an idea of our conversation. Wonderful. And he was just so down to earth, and when you think of celebrities and certain statuses, you kind of think you're going to get a certain air about them.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. It was a genuine soul. So yeah, wow. Pastor Jordan is truly the truth. He really is.
Well, I know he's a pastor now and he's, doing his thing, but I still like the song. This is how we do it. I still love it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Wait a minute.
I don't mean to take it there, but I still love it.
Well, here's the thing. I love that song too, and I refused to ask him about that song. I said, I'm not going to do it because I know everybody and mama done it. I said, I'm not going to do it. But the problem is, as you know, my last question to everybody is if you had a theme song,
right?
I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. I got to ask you this question. But this is what I asked. But he flipped it on me.
Oh, wow.
You have to listen to it. He flipped it on me.
Okay. Oh, that's a good way to draw us in so that we can listen to it. I'm talking to my sister Lillian Harshaw from the Worldly Church Girl Podcast. You got to make sure to go and follow her, y'all, because she has a dope platform. God told her to do it. She had one plan. He said do something else, and already you are changing the world because you are taking this head on. No experience, no prior passion for it. Godly divine, godly directed, and here it is. Now you have a podcast with amazing people like Montell Jordan and others. I'm finding in this season that a lot of people are looking to have more dialogue, and what I've learned is that these stars and these these public figures, they're everyday people like you and I. And if we've learned anything during this pandemic, I've seen them, with the, like the face looking like mine, not the makeup like they're on the movie set. I see them on bad equipment with, boxy looking, cameras and stuff at their home, video stuff they got going on. We've seen them. Everybody at one point was looking the same. And I love how that is. It shows us that they are human beings just like us. No matter
Yeah.
how much money you got to bank, you can't even get out and go to the car store because the salesmen ain't nobody's there. You can't buy for cars, you can't buy anything. You just here. So people are looking to have dialogue in this season because the playing field has been leveled. And they're okay too, as long as they can identify, they can see that you have a track record, a history of doing what you do. And so if you research my sister, you'll find that she has some episodes that are already loaded up. How are people listening? How are people tuned in to your podcast?
They can find me on anything that they listen to a podcast on, from Apple to Google to Spotify to Desert, whatever, you know that one. Gestures, all of them. See, I can't say any of them, and I don't need no help with my grammar. Like I said, I can't talk, I can't spell, but I can count really fast.
Girl, so you're good. You're country city girl, so whatever.
It can say it when it wants to.
All right. So I appreciate this, my sister Lillian Harshaw. I want to give you a major shout out. I think this is. I won't tell everybody, the background about you coming and doing a live video with us, but we appreciate you. I appreciate my AGR family for opening their arms and embracing you, just being a part of the team. You bring a dynamic to our team that we've been really trying to make sense to. I've been doing a series called Why Podcast. And I've been trying to express the importance that if you have a book, or if you are a business person, an entrepreneur, if you are someone who is looking to endeavor to do stuff like increase your own personal value, you have to have some platform where people can see you, can know you. I mean, you don't have to see you, but you at least have to have some kind of journalism going on. You got to be in the public's eye almost constant. And so some of us choose this podcasting or radio shows as a way to really relay and convey what we're trying to. And we build our platforms, we share. There's fruit. People are listening, they're tuned in, they share, they're encouraged, they'll support you. And so I think you're on track to doing something major, but you bring something to the team that helps us to really perfect the podcasting, the archiving, the creating a professional package with a bow on top, so that when people are ready to open it, it looks presentable. For me, I'm the kind of person, don't laugh at me, y'all, but this is live at lunch. Y'all getting to know AJ. If it's your birthday, I might just take $20 and slide it in your hand. But there's some people who say, well, I don't want to just take $20 and slide it in your hand. I want to put it in a card. I want the card to say how I feel. I want to sign the card and put my own signature on it. And this is the way I want to do it. Right. So some people have the gift to be able to present. And that's what your podcast is to me. And so we, as the AGR family, are learning how to archive, how to podcast, how to professionally do that, what tools we use. So if you're interested in being a part of our family, there's room for you. I'm going to take this quick commercial break to plug AGR in. We are a growing family. Can you tell them where you're from and where you are, I would say?
I am from Indianapolis, Indiana, but I live in a little bitty old town called Marion, Indiana.
All right. So shout out to Indiana. You are not in the DMV area. So many of our followers, of course, are people that live in our Baltimore, DC, Virginia area, New York, Philly. Now we are expanding. Our family is growing because these platforms allow us to connect. And so we are so grateful to have you. Listen, I want to keep it going because I want to keep pushing you, sister. I want to make sure you're okay and you get it out there. Worldly Church Girl. So you are doing your podcast. You are now. Have you thought about going back to and continuing to write your book, your biography, or has this been sufficient in terms of where you are?
I do plan on going back to my book. I'm gonna say what's up to my girl right now from Indianapolis. Whoop whoop. Okay.
Look, she just shouted it out in Indianapolis.
I do plan on continue writing my book. It's gonna be fiction, but it's gonna be based on my life because I don't want to get sued and I don't want people coming after me. So I'm changing everybody's name.
That's the way to do it, right? You're gonna change the story. You're gonna keep the story and change the name. That's cool.
Pretty much. That's pretty much. So it's still in the works. I do have 3 literary agents that's looking at it. Nice. So it's just me finishing it up.
Excellent. And so I have some people in my camp also that could help you, be of support, encouragement. I know you have plenty of people there with you, but we can share with AGR and our family. So if you need that support, we got you. All right. And so here it is, 2020. We're in the pandemic. Can you say that before the pandemic and today, that there has been some things that have significantly pushed you closer to where you believe God is calling you to go?
Yes, because things slowed down. And in that slowing down, things actually sped up, but it was a fruitful speed up. So my time is being fruitfully used. I'm just not just doing things just to be doing them. And God is he's ordering my steps where, when things were open and, you make an excuse of, and I know you was talking the other day about missing the gym, and I do miss the gym. And I was been in the gym for about 2 hours. If nobody's for those 2 hours, I could have been doing something else too.
That's right.
Even though it was good for my body, but mentally I was not doing things I needed to get done. Yeah. So now the gym time has been cut into no time, and things are getting fluffier.
Listen. I told everybody that y'all can stay home if y'all want to with the gym. I'm going to take my spray bottle, put it on the end of my gym shorts, and I'm going to work out and spray and go as I can so I can stay safe. But I understand. So it sounds like the pandemic has given you a sense of balance to help you to be able to balance things and then consider more things, right? So that you can. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, I did order me a bike.
Okay.
AJ, so
that's good. So a Peloton or one of those bikes. They're good.
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It wasn't the Peloton. It was the Schwinn.
Okay.
But it's still that type of bike.
Right.
But yeah.
That's good. See, there you go. You can create the gym right where you at. You don't have to. You don't have to go out to the gym. You don't have to spend the 2 hours. You can get on the bike and do what you got to do right there. House, be safe, COVID free.
That's right. You can be in that gym.
I'm going to the gym. Listen, I'm going to laugh. Let's live at lunch, y'all. We enjoying our lunch period. I just might as well be honest. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I had this whole plan that this is what I was going to do. I was going to build a gym, have like the whole little setup, right? So, Kay, I know you're listening. Don't laugh and don't chime in at all, Kay. You cannot chime in at all. So I went online and I started ordering some stuff. I'm telling y'all, at the beginning of the pandemic, I started ordering stuff because I just knew. I got little freehand weights, bought me a little sauna suit. I got my belt, the little belt you put around you. I you can't say nothing. I even went out and got me some equipment. That equipment is still in the box in the spot where it was delivered. And let me just tell y'all, pray for me. Because I just can't get my mind right in terms of trying to build a gym when, in fact, I want to go ahead and I want to get into the gym. So for me, it's just a matter of trying to get to the gym. So, Lillian, I apologize. I know you have some great things going on in your life, and this is your time. But
go back to that.
I can't wait.
Sister K.
Right.
Spent all that money on gym equipment. You need to put it together yet, at least.
Well, I'm gonna move when the Lord say. If y'all, people say, well, what I'm gonna do, what the Lord say, I'm gonna do. When the Lord say it's time to put it up, then we'll put it up.
Okay.
But anyways, thank you. I appreciate you. This has been so much fun. Listen, y'all gonna hear her name. If y'all are part of our community, you're gonna hear her name more and more because what I want to do is continue to push her podcast. She has so many amazing episodes that are already uploaded, and so I want you to go to her site, go to her podcast platforms. As she mentioned, if you look her up, if you just Google her name, if you just go ahead and put in Lillian Harshaw, you will see her podcast pop in. Her website, and let me just make sure this is correct, worldlychurchgirl.com. Okay. And her podcast, if you subscribe, you can email her. If that's fine, you want her information, let us know. We'll make sure to send it to you. Hey, listen, maybe you are doing some amazing things out there in the community and you just want to have dialogue with her. Please reach out to her, send her a message. I am a believer of the diversity of how we tell our stories, where and the platforms. I believe that. I believe that every stream, every platform matters. I believe that with all my heart. Some people want to get on, it's okay to get on major networking and let them distribute and tell millions at one time. But there is opportunity for us who are ground roots, who are really working certain geographical areas, and we are creating noise at our levels. And I believe it. I believe that this works also. You know how many videos go viral by just people with platforms like you and I, because we said it first and or we have the most engagement in certain topics. I want to also take this moment to thank you for interviewing me. I want to go back to that, and I want you guys to really listen to this interview. I was able to really pull some things out, share some things, some things that you kind of compartmentalize and put it to one place, and you don't really go back, you don't really share it. But there's opportunities like you are extended to me where I get to really show and see where God brought me from and where I am today. And it was inspiring to reflect. It was so inspiring to reflect. I think at the end of that interview, I got off and said, wow, wow, look at what God is doing. Yeah. And so thank you for opening your platform. Thank you, Valerie, for connecting us. Such a blessing.
No, thank you. I mean, that was really my main focus, is to just let people know that you're not the only one. Mm-hmm. And that everybody pretty much has the same story. And again, you already opened the door, but if anybody wants to reach out to me and want to share their story or their business or their testimony, whatever the case may be, and the godly walk that you have, please feel free to email me.
Amen.
It'll be on my website. You can contact me there.
Yes. So make sure y'all go to a website. The website is worldlychurchgirl.com, and you can get as much information as you need. I won't hold you much longer. I know it's a busy day and we have some other things to do. We got other fish to fry, but I appreciate you coming on, joking with us. We have much work to do. And so let's I look forward to the partnership.
I do too. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right. Have a blessed day.
You too.
All right. Wow. Such an amazing, awesome moment to talk with my sister, Lillian Harshaw. She's my sister because she came in really ready to do some great things and continue to do great things. Her platform is worldwide. She is doing some phenomenal things of reaching out internationally, having people on her platform, and also really having a personal touch so that people who are tuned in, listening, could really get to know who people are. So I appreciate that. And I'm not going to be long because I think our time together has been well spent. But I want to say to those who are interested, please reach out, let me know, inbox me, send messages to let me know that you want to be a part of this amazing, awesome God radio, this AGR. We are AGR community. We are growing. When I tell you we're growing exponentially. We're growing because God has given us a vision to allow persons to have the opportunity to share, to really create space for them to be who they are. The amazing thing is that none of us are saying and doing the same things. It's a community of diversity. And when I say diversity, it means some people are seeking to share the good news of Jesus Christ. All of us are seeking to share inspiration. Some of us are really have business endeavors. some of us really are really trying to get reach and put some wind behind their ministries. And all of those things are great things to do, and they're great endeavors. But when God puts his fingerprint on it, doesn't matter who we are and what we do. We just need to take our step. Being a part of this community is us taking our step and then allowing God to do the rest. Okay, I thank you, Rissa. I appreciate you. I love you more. We got to take our steps. So if you're afraid to jump out there, if you are afraid to, to just test, see, what God can do for you in this season while we're in the pandemic, to really start writing your book. We have persons on our team. Shout out to Whitney Hogan's that has been phenomenal with reaching out to authors, and my wife Kay and others who are just part of a team that really want to help you to succeed, to get your publications out there. I know we have authors, my sister Rissa and Sherry are both now taking their book and evolving their experience together with their devotional to Better Than Ever, to now they're having a show, they're a podcast. They've really been podcasting and recording episodes, posting, and also having some live engagement. All of these things help to really push your brand. So if you are looking to help put another component, a media component with your brand, let us know. Inbox us. Like I mentioned, I want to say this before I go. You have to be a part of our all AGR show, Juneteenth show this coming Friday. So this coming Friday is going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a great dialogue discussion about race relations. We're going to talk about all things of what's happening today, from our president to our history to the economy to politics, to just you sharing. Maybe you just want to come and share your Jesus. Hey, whatever it is, it's going to be an opportunity for us to bring our personalities collective. Now, I'm praying because I want as many AGR shows to be there as possible. If you are listening and tuning in, and this is from present and past. So if you had a show and life has allowed you to do some other great and amazing things, please come back. You are still family. We want you to be a part of this platform. And that way we can really be a unified voice to come together to have one thing, and that is Jesus is Lord. And if we come together and recognize it as a family, I'm sure we'll encourage the world, or we'll encourage this country, and those even within our communities and our homes. All right. I appreciate y'all. This is it. Lillian, thank you. Shout out to Lillian for taking her lunch break with me. Thank you for those who are tuned in, took their lunch break. I see everybody joining. I don't see many people shouting me out. Listen, put something in the comment section so I'll know that you're here. And I want to shout you out. All right. I want to shout you out. So thank you. Thank you for those who have shared. I appreciate you. Our new sister and family from Indianapolis. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Please spread the word. Let them know Awesome God Radio is going to be coming soon to those areas. So I appreciate you. Wonderful. Kay, love you. Thank you again. All right, this is AJ live at lunch right here. Listen, we have more great interviews coming next week. So next week, we have another amazing interview by somebody else in the country, y'all. We're going to keep interviewing and keep introducing you to some amazing people so that you guys can stay locked in and loaded to our amazing platform, Awesome God Radio. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. All right, y'all. Till next time, AJ, we're out. Peace. Next time, y'all. Next week. All right. Take it easy.